Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe and fine at home. Yesterday we discussed about Chandragupta I and Samudragupta. Today we will discuss about Chandragupta II, and his other name was Vikramaditya from 375 AD to 413 AD. So open your book, page number 88. Let's discuss about him. Yes, Chandragupta II, he was also known as Vikramaditya, or we can say his other name was Vikramaditya, the son and successor of Samudragupta. He was also a great conqueror and a powerful ruler. The Gupta Empire rose to its highest point during this time. As you can see it on page number 86 in the map, that how much he expanded his empire in the green shade, and also you can see the complete Gupta Empire on page number 88. The purple shade empire shows the Gupta Empire at the time of Chandragupta II. Okay, yes, he defeated the Shaka king of Malwa, Gujarat and the Konkan coast. Thus, we can say that he extended the Gupta Empire to the Arabian Sea. He took the title of Shakari, means the destroyer of Shakas. This was his great achievement, as Shakas were also very powerful rulers. He also made Ujjain his capital. Earlier the capital was Patliputra. Now he changed the capital to Ujjain. By the end of his reign, Chandragupta II empire extended to western, northwestern and eastern India. Chandragupta was also a patron of art and learning as his father. He had in his court many scholars and poets. They were known as Navratan or nine jewels, or we can also say them Nau Ratan in Hindi. Why they called them as a Nau Ratan? As they were the best scholars and poets of that time in his court. After the death of Chandragupta II, the Huns, the cruel and barbarous tribe of Central Asia, attacked the country. Huns were very cruel, and barbarous means wild in nature. So they attacked their country or their empire. This gave a big blow to the dynasty, and their power began to decline around 550 AD. Means this causes a great difficulty to the dynasty or great loss to the dynasty, and their power started declining by the time of 550 AD. So that's why their Gupta Empire is said to be from 320 AD to 550 AD. Next is society and culture in the Gupta age. From this, administration, society, art and architecture, and growth of trade and commerce. These four parts are being excluded by the council. So we will not do these parts. Rest we will do one by one. Okay. Very first, in the beginning of society and culture, Fahayan, who came here after crossing the Gobi Desert in Central Asia in 405 AD. Actually, Fahayan was a Buddhist monk and a traveler who traveled from China to India. He came here to visit the Buddhist sites. At that time, he also came to Chandragupta II court, and from there he described the India during the Gupta period. Gobi Desert, it's the largest desert of China. So he covered the largest desert and came to India. Okay, the next is the religion. This period witnessed a tremendous resurgence of Hinduism. Resurgence means rising again, when it became the official religion of Gupta Empire. As we studied in chapter 3, that in 6th century BC, many other religions came to the society. But again, in Gupta Empire, as Guptas made Hinduism as their official religion, means officially they declared that Hindu will be their religion. We can say that in the time of Gupta Empire, once again, the Hinduism was followed by the people. Next is Jainism and Buddhism continued to flourish side by side as the Gupta kings were tolerant of other religions also. As the king of Gupta Empire, they were not following the Buddhism and Jainism, but they did not force the people to change their religion. Okay, so that's why the Jainism and Buddhism was also flourishing side by side. Third is idol worship in Hindu temples became common. This era was marked by the emergence of innumerable images of Hindu gods and goddesses. During this time period, many Hindu gods and goddess images came on a large scale, as before that we were not worshipping the images or the idol worship in Hinduism. Basically, the images of Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiv, Lord Krishna, Surya and Durga evolved during this time. Evolved means developed. So these images developed during this time. Lord Ram and Lord Krishna were considered as the incarnations of Lord Vishnu. Incarnations mean avatar. People also performed religious sacrifice like the Ashwamedh Yajna in this time also. Many Hindu temples were built during this age, as Dasha Avatar temple, that is Vishnu temple, and it is in Deoghar in Uttar Pradesh. So it's the famous temple of this time. Then is the emergence of Bhakti cult, or we can say Bhakti culture, or intense devotion to a personal god was another striking feature of this age. As during this time, the people started showing great feeling or strong feeling towards their personal god, as if they are worshipping Lord Ram, then they started worshipping him very strongly as they go to their temple and did all the rituals that were related to Lord Ram. So, or we can say the worship as we do today in the temple was started in this time period. Okay, so this much for today. Further, the other topics, that is advancement in literature and the science and technology, we will discuss in next week. Till that, thank you.